This is the Katie Navarra Award, and as you know, it goes to Rainey Jacobson this year. Every year I usually do the introduction speech and talk about the qualities that Katie had. Her characteristics were perseverance, dedication, inspiration, passion, and enthusiasm. For those of you who didn't know that, she demonstrated all of those qualities at a time when she was fighting cancer. Chief Deputy named Cindy Bessemer pointed out to me that Katie's car was always in the parking lot. It was there at 7 in the morning. She was there at 7 or 8 at night, and she was there on the weekends. She pointed out that she was probably one of the hardest working DAs in this business in our building, and she was fighting cancer the whole time.
So when Rod asked me last week to speak for Katie, I was extremely honored. I can't think of a better person to speak for in this office, honestly. I felt truly blessed to be given the opportunity to do that, especially for her family who's here and who I also love dearly. And so I want to know by show of hands in this room, who never had the opportunity to work with Katie? Okay. And obviously every year that number grows, and that's why this award is so important, because you all have the opportunity through these speeches and the people who worked with her to be inspired by her and to hear about what kind of person she was and what kind of DA we should all inspire to be. So I'm going to call on a few of you, and I want you to tell me one word that you would use to describe Katie and what she stood for. So, Brading. One word.
Dedication.
Casey.
Determined.
Carrie.
Sarcastic.
Very true. Leland.
Funny.
Kate.
I was gonna say funny.
I was gonna say sarcastic.
Hardworking.
Nancy Cochran.
Committed.
Caroline Park.
Beautiful.
Paul D.
Karen.
Tim Carr.
Hilarious.
And honestly, like, I could probably call on every person that has worked with Katie or knew her personally, and they would never repeat a single word, because as you guys all know, she was so special. She inspired everyone that was around her. And since probably half of the room didn't have an opportunity to get to know her and work with her, I want to give just a little bit of background about her so that you can understand why we're all here today to honor her. So Katie started in this office in 2004 as a 1L intern, and she worked with Rod in gangs. And her family would tell you that that is where she really came to love this office and to really be inspired, but that she always wanted to be a DA, and that was something she felt passionate about, but that's where the fire kind of started working under Rod. So 2006 comes along, and Katie graduated from law school, and 2 weeks later, after her graduation, at the age of 24, she was diagnosed, as Rod just mentioned, with stage 4 colon cancer. And it was at that time that really the kind of person that she was came to light, because not many people who get diagnosed at age 24 with that type of violent, really harmful and disastrous type of cancer, not many people would choose to keep fighting in the way that she did, and to choose to continue to pursue her career and her love for our job and the type of work that we do. And so she spent the next year fighting that cancer and got herself to a point where not only did she make it through her treatment in that year, but she somehow found time to study for the bar, which we all know is not an easy thing to do. And of course, in Katie fashion, she passed it her first time. And then she came in my class in 2007 and joined our group as we came into the office. From there, she went with our class into misdemeanors, where she did about 20 trials in a year, which is pretty unheard of these days, but that was kind of normal course. And Katie did everything to the best of her ability, so 20 trials in a year. So she's fighting cancer. She'd come back, and she is just kicking butt at her job, and we're told we're gonna get fired for like the 3rd time. Luckily, this office had great people fighting for us, and none of us lost our jobs, including Katie, but never did it cross her mind to leave the office, because she didn't do our job for money, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But, and that's something really special, but she never considered leaving. She was doing exactly what she was meant to do.